Well, good morning.
Good morning.
Today we are going to start sheeting the roof.
Oh man, seems like this has been like forever to get to this process.
Yeah. We actually have spent a good couple of hours out here already trying to figure out how we're going to do this. We think we have a plan. We are going to use the tractor to bring the sheets over here and get them as high as we can.
Yeah.
And as you see, we have a couple of levels of scaffolding set up, and we're hoping that, you know, we can utilize them. I don't know. You'll either see us succeed or fail miserably.
The tall one we're actually going to use to get up and down off of the roof. So that's
Yeah.
kind of like needs to be there. That is where our first sheet goes. So hopefully it's not in our way.
Right.
That's kind of how what we're figuring. But the other smaller section, we're hoping that Tanya could be on that one, I could be up on the roof, and we can get this first row done. That's going to be the hardest part, is the first row for us. Once we get that up there, then it's just about dragging sheets up and then just slapping them down above them.
You know, we did do this on the barn, but it was a little bit easier for me initially because we had the shipping containers to stand on for those first few rows, or couple of rows.
Yep.
So for those of you who are new here, I am not really good with heights. So it takes me a little bit to kind of get my bearings, and then I'm usually relatively okay, but I still would rather be firmly planted on the ground. So we do still have to load the tractor up with sheets and get our first one cut to size, so we are gonna get that going.
Yep, and then pop a line and we can start.
Oh yeah, we gotta pop a line.
Which is going to be fun because we got to get up there on each end. And like Tanya said, she does not like to be up high, so she's going to have to battle some fears.
I don't know. Mr. Man, did you just dig a hole?
Let's see how the landscaping's going to go.
So, you would figure, or it would figure that literally we gave him a bath 2 days ago. I guess he's hot. Ryder? Yeah, so we're just trying to figure out the best way to have the tractor positioned for getting the sheets up. We also want to be really careful because when we were doing the barn sheeting, a bunch of the sheets of plywood fell on Levi, onto him while he was sitting on the tractor, and that was terrifying. I almost jumped off of the barn roof because I thought he was dead. So
8 sheets falling.
Yeah, so we are trying to be as safe as we can. I guarantee that mistake is not going to happen again. Well, first sheet
one.
is up.
Pretty cool.
And it went actually really well. The height of the sheets is great, especially how we have this set up.
Yeah,
so
definitely. And Tanya's really digging the 3 planks
Yeah.
up here instead of just 2.
I feel way more secure with having a little more room to walk around, and so that helped me a lot.
Yeah, definitely. All right, you got a spacer in here.
Nice.
So we'll just pick the next sheet up, put it up here, shoot this edge down, and work it down.
Yeah, it's so cool. Yeah, that was actually probably really good. Yeah. Yeah. That way, it's really close. It could almost be closer, honestly. All right, so we got the first row up. Super exciting.
Yeah.
So now Levi is gonna take all that temporary bracing, well, this first row here off, and then we're gonna install our H clips, which will be for spacing, and then we'll start working on that second row, which is where the scary part comes into play for me. We may end up going to buying some harnesses this evening. We just have to see. Our roof on the barn is a 512. This is a 612, so it's not like terribly steep, but I don't know. I don't like it. Boy, we're gonna get a lot of screws back.
Yeah.
And a lot of 2x4s back.
Yeah. Can't return them because they got holes in them.
Well, we are in the truck. We are currently driving to Home Depot. I got up on the scaffolding and I literally kind of freaked out. I did get onto the roof and that was about all I could do. So I don't know if the harnesses will help, but anyways, it's going to be for safety. So we're still working on how we're going to do this if I can't get up there. I'm hoping, I don't know, that if we get one more row of sheeting up, that I will feel a little bit more comfortable, just because there's a little bit more for me to stand on without feeling like I'm just going to tumble off of the edge of the roof. So we'll see, but yeah, we're going to run up, get the harnesses. We did double check, they have them in stock, and
catch you guys.
Yeah. Mr. Man, are you reading the instructions? Making sure we do this right? Okay, so this just, like, I don't know, I think maybe like the signs are telling us we shouldn't be doing this, but we literally just bought these two harness kits yesterday. Yeah. Opened one, opened the second one, and it didn't come with the anchor, which is like,
yeah, ABC.
Yeah, both of them come with all of that stuff. This, the harness, and the rope. And that one right there was missing the anchor. So
and you're not supposed to share one.
Right. That's what I was like, oh, we can just share one, but it literally says do not. So we're trying to rig something else up. I'll use the D-ring. Honestly, Levi feels really like pretty comfortable up there without a harness. So we're just gonna roll with it. So I just,
typical.
Brand new. Like, we actually had to pull the plastic ring off of the bucket lid to be able to open it. So they just forgot to put it in there. We are not driving the 45 minutes to Home Depot to return it. So
we'll make it work. MacGyver, it's what we do around here.
That's right.
Okay. Well, I got her up here.
I'm up here. I'm still very uneasy, but I do feel better having the harness on. Levi has a couple of the C-clamps.
The big C-clamps.
The big C-clamps holding him up. He feels pretty safe up here, like I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
So he's giving me the actual anchor.
Ryder. Ryder keeps trying to get those.
He just keeps going over to the nest. I don't think he's trying to get it.
Hey, leave it.
Ryder, leave it.
Where's your ball? Go get your ball. Come
on. So we are going to attempt to get this first sheet up. I'm gonna help just a tiny bit for the first couple until I feel comfortable up here.
Yep.
And then hopefully we can get more done today than we did yesterday.
Yeah. So basically our game plan is just to have Tanya help me bring up the sheet and get it up on top of this already down row, and then I'll drag it down to the end and then shoot it down, and then we'll just work our way from there.
Yeah, and we are going to try to get kind of more like one section done, because you have to move the anchors, and we didn't want to buy a whole bunch of them because they're like $23 each, and of course there was supposed to be two, and we didn't get one in one of the buckets. So we're going to try and get as much done in one section as we can, and honestly I think once we get more done I'll feel more comfortable anyways, and then we'll be able to move around a little more. So all right.
Just remember the ropes.
Wow. Which is behind me. Hold on. Let me see if I can grab it. This is just not an easy thing to do. You have to admit, I'm doing way better today.
You're doing way better. It took me a while before I got used to just standing up here.
So one of the things for us, it's really important that we're being safe. So we might not get all the best angles and shots that we normally would try to get, but it's going well so far. I feel a little bit more confident up here than I did yesterday, so that's good. Now watch your rope. It's not in the way, right? Your rope?
Nope. All right, so these are our H-clips, and this is what's creating our gap between the sheets. So if there is any expansion, this little bump, I don't know if you could see it, kind of makes the perfect spacing in between the sheets. So we have to put these in between each truss. So it's basically just going to be right in the middle of each truss, and it just helps the span of, like, help it to where it's stronger. So if you were to step in the middle of this, it gives it a little bit of support as well as making a perfect spacing for it. So we're going to go ahead and just put one on each, in between each truss, and then we can shoot it down. just about lowers in the spare tire. All right, we made it to the top. It looks like we have about a 14-inch rip. Almost took myself out. So we have a 14-inch rip, and so because we're gonna put a ridge vent in, we're gonna drop that down an inch. So we're gonna go rip some plywood 13 inches and jump back up. All right, let me unhook you.
Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. Well, we thought we'd also take a quick snack break, so.
These are our new favorites.
Yeah, well, and little baby bell cheeses. We got some watermelon and we got some liver for Ryder. You sit. Yes, oh, good boy. So I think things are going really well.
No kidding. We got up here yesterday, and it was a little rough for me to get up there on the roof because it is pretty steep. But Tanya got up there and she was like, "I can't do this."
I had a meltdown. I started crying. Not gonna lie. I'm sure there's a bunch of you out there that will think that that's ridiculous, but
oh no,
I have a true fear of heights, and I have tried to conquer them, and I have a lot, but
it's scary being up there on a 612, and so
it's scary being up on a 512 or you know, just a ladder.
It really is.
But no, the harness is really helping me out, and like I feel like I can be up there, and you know, I still like, not super comfortable, but I at least have that security of like, just knowing that if I do fall, I'm not going to fall off and hit the ground.
Right.
So.
Yeah. No, it does give you a nice feeling of security. Even I
Leave it.
like having the harness on there, even though it kind of hinders me at times from moving around too fast, but maybe that's a good thing. So, no, it's going really well. We're about a third of the way done. We're almost to the peak, so just gonna rip this down and throw it up there, and then I bet you we can get this side done today, maybe.
The whole thing?
At least move the scaffolding over for the next section.
Today's editing day. I gotta edit today for a video for tomorrow, so.
It's gonna be an all-nighter.
Mr. Man, leave it. Oh, good boy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bless it. All right. Okay, so you guys notice we left this little piece of our rip that we have up here, and the reason that is because we don't need to have a vent there, because that's going to be actually the soffit overhang for this gable side. So we just went ahead and left that the full length instead of cutting it down to 13. Watch out for the...
So we are so close to having this side of the house done, which is awesome. I want it to be done by 4. It's a quarter after 3. So it might be just a little after 4 before we get this side done, but I'm super excited about how quickly it's going.
Yeah.
So
all we have to do now is just move our tie points where we tie our harnesses onto. So because we're sheeting all the way to the top, we got to remove all that stuff, move it over, so it takes a little bit of time. But I think we just have one more move of the things, and then we'll be able to finish.
Yeah, awesome.
All right.
We got so much done today. It's amazing. I did not
Yeah.
think that it would go that fast. But honestly, when you're putting up, 8 foot by 4 foot of anything,
it goes quick.
It goes real quick.
Yeah.
So we pretty much have this half of the house done. We just have to do the rips. We did do a couple at the end like we showed you, but to be completely honest, we're kind of both getting a little bit tired.
Yeah, my feet are hurting.
Yeah, and I've tripped now a couple of times, and so it's like, I feel like that's probably a sign.
We woke up at 5 today, so we've been going for a long time. So I think that's going to do it for this one.
So we'll see you guys in the next one.